Play the music. So, propylene oxide, the most sensible or easily guessable starting material is propene. It's propane with a double bond. But propene is a gas. You don't get it. You can't buy it. You have to make it on your own. If you do buy it, the cost will be more. And I don't see many people selling propene. And it's also not. We also not get propene naturally. We usually make propene by cracking the propane, which we get from petrochemicals. Or there's another way to do it. We can take isopropanol and do dehydration. That's the one way of doing getting propene, and that's what I'm gonna do, or that is what the most sensible way to get the propene. If you have propane, you can also crack it, but I don't know, dehydrogenate it. But I know how it's gonna work. What can we do? Whether we heat it, it's gonna be dehydrogenized. I don't know. But from isopropanol, it's easily dehydrated, because if you add an acid, it's going to get dehydrated and you get the gas and you can collect it. That's the way that's the first step to make propene from isopropanol using sulfuric acid. And usually the yield is 80%, I guess. According to what I have seen, the yield is 80%. But it's also an easy reaction. You just mix acid. You're going to mix sulfuric acid with isopropanol and you're going to get propene. So you got the propene. You're going to mix acid with the isopropanol and you're going to collect it in a beaker which contains the chlorine water, which does the hydrochlorination of the propene directly, because you don't want to store the gas. Whatever gas coming, you just want to react it. Therefore, this is the one way to do it. Look, I have not seen any research papers on it, but this is my idea. It's mostly work, I guess. You're going to mix the acid with the isopropanol. You're going to collect the gas directly into the solution which contains aqueous chlorine. Therefore, you can directly do chlorohydration of the propene which you are getting as a gas. So what then I'm going to do with the chlorinated propanol? It's very easy. I'm going to treat it with a base and force the ring closing epoxidation. That's what I'm going to make. Otherwise, some people directly oxidize the propene to the epoxide using oxidizing agents. Some people do this chlorohydration and followed by treating it with the base and forcing the ring closing epoxidation. These are the things the people are doing. So you know how much the propylene oxide cost? It cost 8,000 Indian rupees for 1 liter. And starting materials to make this 1 liter of propylene oxide cost, all of them cost less than 500. So let's see, isopropanol less than 500 for 1 liter, hydrochloric acid less than 500 for 1 liter, and aqueous chlorine less than 500 for 1 liter. All of them cost less than 500 for 1 liter. So if I make 1 liter propylene oxide with the cost of even around 5,000, let's keep around 5,000. It's not going to go to 5,000. So let's go. 1 liter propylene oxide costs 3,000 to make, and they're making a profit of 5,000. So there's a lot of potential. And specialty chemicals is where the entrepreneurs in chemistry should focus on, or startups. Pharma companies are a bit expensive. You need a lot of money to invest in them. I mean, a whole lot. And you need a lot of people. Startups can handle it. They usually have less resources. They can't handle a pharma company. They can't start a pharma company. Therefore, startups in chemistry should literally focus on specialty chemicals. So, an example of the chemical is propylene oxide. And let's see how can we make the propylene oxide. It's not that difficult. It's a small molecule. So why we need propylene oxide in first place? Because it is used as a pharmaceutical intermediate in many reactions for many compounds, and it's also used to make polyurethane, which is it's already having a huge market. Cushions and a lot of things are made using polyurethanes, and propylene oxide is the starting material for it, and also it's also used in pharma companies as starting materials to make drugs. Therefore, propylene oxide have a lot of. If you actually see in internet the most used chemicals in industry, propylene oxide name will show, at least in some websites. Therefore, there's always a lot of need